casserole this morning. I've got a lot of work to do, and I'm just going to go ahead and get it going so we can get this day going. So you'll need 2 cans of crescent roll dough. We're going to take our dough and unroll it. And this one is not being very friendly. So I have some softened cream cheese. I'm just going to separate these triangles and spread a little bit of cream cheese down into our crescent roll dough. It doesn't have to be perfect because it will kind of melt and move around in there. There we go. And then we're just going to roll them up like we would a crescent roll. And I have a big 9 by 13 pan. We're just going to spray it. And usually I space these out pretty good, but for this dish you want to keep them pretty closely spaced or closely packed in there. So I'm just going to line these up. And we're going to keep going through all 20 of our crescent rolls. If you're using cream cheese that you haven't softened, you could cut like just little square chunks of the cream cheese and do that. But as you see, I don't measure how much cream cheese we're using. Just take a little chunk, smear it on there, and keep going. Okay, so now that we have all of our crescent rolls rolled up with the cream cheese, we only used about a half a block of cream cheese for that. We're going to make our little mixture that pours over the top. So first up in our bowl, we're going to crack about 6 large eggs. So to our eggs, we're going to add a little bit of salt. Not too much because we are using Spam, which you can use ham or bacon or whichever seasoning whichever meat you like. But we're using Spam because we really like it. And it has a high level of salt already in it. So we added salt, some pepper, and some Italian seasoning. Give this a good mix. And for some added nutrients, I'm going to add some of our dehydrated zucchini, but you don't have to do this.
But how is it dehydrated?
I use the dehydrator.
Yeah. That's how you make those apples that I like.
Yeah. Alright, so we're just mixing that all in. I'm going to add in about a cup of shredded cheese. I'm using Colby Jack because y'all know that's our favorite. I'm going to add in about a cup of whole milk. We're going to add in maybe a cup and a half of chopped Spam. You could, like I said, you could use chopped ham, but we have some that we had left over from breakfast yesterday. So, yes, we're having Spam 2 days in a row, but we are okay with that.
What's Spam?
What me and you had in our omelets.
Oh, okay.
If you're going to use ham, just make sure it's the thick cut so you can cut it in large chunks. The same if you're using like some leftover turkey, any of that. And if you want this where it'll pour nice and evenly, you could wait and add the meat of your choice after, or before you pour this egg mixture over. But I'm just going to give this another good mix. I'm not sure if I said it, but our oven is preheated to 375. So we're going to take our crescent rolls and just pour our mixture right over the top. And kind of spread out that meat. Now for half of this, I'm also going to sprinkle over some chopped jalapenos, but Ellinor is not doing the jalapeno thing, so probably about 3/4 actually, because Thatcher likes them too. I used 1 fresh jalapeno that I diced up. Okay. Now that that's on there, we're going to add 1 more cup of cheese to the top. Now this is going to go in the oven. You don't have to cover it at all, but at 375 for about 30 to 40 minutes until those crescent rolls puff up and absorb all of this egg mixture and get fully baked. Alright y'all, so breakfast is all ready. We're just going to kind of wiggle this in between a couple crescent rolls to scoop them out. It is still super hot, so trying to be careful. And there we go, our breakfast casserole. So when you cut into it, You're going to get your nice creamy surprise of your cream cheese inside, and then all on the outside and around it, you've got the egg mixture. Kind of absorbs into those crescent rolls also.